Okay guys, so here we are. Here's the actual size of this contraption. This thing's huge. So we literally have 16-foot pontoons on this deck that sits on top of a canoe. Just to give you a physical size on this, there's your bimini top. There's the traditional motor there on the port side. And you'll see, there it is, at 1.3, we're able to get this to 5 miles an hour and, again, about 2/3 throttle. It worked like a champ. No cavitation as it ran all the way down on the mount. And this has no drag. I mean, my kayak doesn't move this easy. But that's the size of it, just to kind of give you guys in perspective. I'll back out here so you can see it. Sorry about the shadow. All right, so we'll edit that out, but this is what we're looking at. It's a big girl. And we got 5 out of it all day with 2 people on it. Well, actually single me first, and then we had a second person on it and got the 5 as well. So there you have it. Hey guys, Matthew Pate with Kayak Buddies. Today I'm here with Wesley Stevenson, and I borrowed one of his Expandacrafts. Now I'm doing a solo run with this. We've now put on the Honda 35cc engine with the short leg, which is a blast to drive with this. Very fuel efficient. We've never run it on something so large canoe with pontoons with myself. So yeah, it's the drag on this is a little bit different. So we're going to check the performance on this now. Right now, I want to see how fast this thing can go at about half throttle and then three quarters. So we're going to get some live motion video here in the bay here of Tampa Bay, and we'll see you in a second. All right, so right now, guys, we're running about, I don't know, maybe a little over 1/3 throttle, maybe. So I'm going to wind this thing up here and see what it can do on a very large craft here. It's a canoe with outriggers. And let's see what we got. So bear with me, and we're going to wind it up. This is the small 35cc outboard, air cooled, 23 pounds. About 2/3 throttle right now. Not even that really, probably a little over 50%. After that, you know, you will wind up just using more gas. It's kind of no point. These do have full speed. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clock this and see how fast it's going to. Again, I'll let you guys know. Not too bad. 2 people, it still moved out right around 4, so let's see what we got. Okay, so a quick observation. It got to 5 miles an hour. Absolutely. And again, it's the higher tier, about 3/4 throttle. But yeah, it absolutely did 5 miles an hour with no problem. And it's actually quite pleasant just to cruise. So it does the job, no doubt. The 2.2 should probably push it well over 6+. Okay guys, Matt from Kayak Buddies. Just to give you a rundown here, this is now the second unit that this motor is going to be going on. As you guys can see, these are Expandacraft pieces, 16-foot with a platform. Very unique design, as you can see. I mean, these, I can imagine what this is going to do in flat water, but long story short, you'll see that these, again, these all come apart. Very portable. The design is spot on for flat water, but we're going to take it out in some rough water, see what happens. You'll see in the back here also, we do have the 35cc Honda engine. And the performance should definitely, you know, be just as good as anything else on this, if not better, because like I said, we have very low drag coefficient on this. So we're going to see what this thing actually does. It does have a tiller control on it, just so you can kind of sit a little bit farther up from the rear, and we'll go from there. So it's kayakbuddies.com, expandacraft.com. All right, guys, so here we are again, Matt for Kayak Buddies. You'll see we now have a mounted 1.3 horse on the back of this 16-foot set of Expandacraft modular pieces with a flat deck. You would think this thing is a bear in the water, but it is not. Let me tell you, this little small engine, and I say little because it's only 23 pounds, it's getting this up to 5 miles an hour. So we're going to give you a little run here so you guys can kind of see this thing in action. But I mean, this is a massive deck. I couldn't imagine fishing off this thing. I mean, there's just so much room on this. I'm almost thinking about putting a console on it. I mean, this is crazy. 5 miles an hour, and this is with a small engine. So let me give it some gas here. You guys can kind of see for yourself. This is in real time. we're running about, I don't know, I'm about half throttle right now. You don't really need 3/4. You're gonna not really get much more out of it. Right now, it's kind of the sweet spot. And we are right around 4.9 as we're standing here. Very smooth. I mean, literally, we just went through some chop earlier, boat wake chop, whatever you want to call it. You don't feel it with these pontoons. Unlike a kayak that has to breach every single wave, this just breaks right through it. We are sitting on top of an Expandacraft 1616. I know we talked about this earlier, but I kind of hit the kill switch by accident. So anyway, doing about 5 miles an hour, maybe a little bit less at this point. I'm just cruising in, but this thing, it rides really, really nice. I mean, absolutely super cool, totally manageable, super, like I said, when it comes to the deck and the versatility of the deck, I can only imagine, you know, what you can and can't do with this. I mean, it's just up to the imagination. But we're running the 35cc Honda right now, and very dependable little motor, 1.3 horse. As you see, it's on the back. I'm almost thinking about running the ones on this. It'll be fun. But we do 5 on it, you know, and again, that's 5 with weight and without weight. It doesn't really matter. These whole designs just skim across the water. As you can see, they pierce it. So it's a beautiful day today on Tampa Bay. We're just enjoying ourselves testing the motors on the Expandacraft, and let's see what happens. We're going to go pick up a 20-footer with a 50. So we're going to go grab a 50 air-cooled and see the difference in performance. All right? All for now.
All right, Expandacraft, 21-foot triple hull, approaching a pretty good sized boat wake. We're going to see, we're going to hit it pretty much dead on. Here it comes. Now watch what happens. The hulls bury, a little splash, up it comes, and I'm standing, and it's like no big deal. And we hit it at about 4 knots, head into the speed. I guess the boat wake was coming to us at about 6 knots. I guess we could have slowed down more, but just to show the stability and what happens when you hit a big boat wake dead on in this boat. And the answer is not much. We are powered today by this motor from kayakbuddies.com. We'll tell you more about that later. Wesley with Expandacraft. Check us out.